Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is our Rice News analyst, Emmanuel Ifene. Great Malabite.
Morning, Ruben.
Some people are protesting. They say, why do I call you Great Malabite? And I just laugh that they are ignorant.
And so many people are.
Why ever not?
Many people are liking it.
Yes.
When I move around town, I just hear from nowhere, Great Malabite. Well, you have to pass through the University of Calabar to be a Malabite or a Malabres.
So you have to mind your language.
Yes.
Ifene.
Now, let's start the review.
Again?
Let's start the review.
Okay.
With this day, Nigeria's newspaper of record. The lead story, Senate approves 13.98 trillion 2022 budget projection, retains 8.36 trillion revenue target, benchmarks oil at $57 per barrel, 410 naira to the dollar exchange rate. OK's crude production of 1.88 million barrels per day, 2.2 million barrels per day, 2.22 million per day for 2022, 2023, 2024 respectively. Lawan bars collection of VAT by FIRS until legal outcome is determined. Well, it's not the Senate who will determine when the legal issues will be determined. There is an extant ruling, and it should allow the courts to do their job. But this budget, again, ambitious. Rufai is saying we should cut our coat according to our cloth, not necessarily according to our size. But not many will agree with you that the size of Nigerian budget is not too big for the economy. But the structure of this budget itself, I think, is what should worry many. Well, some are saying projecting oil at $57 per barrel may be ambitious also because with OPEC planning to pump more oil into the market, we don't know how the volatile market will react at the time where there's energy crisis in many parts of Europe, especially gas. But if you just look at an aspect of this budget, you know why people should be worried about the structure of Nigerian budget. Out of the aggregate federal government expenditure of 13.98 billion, the upper chamber approved the sum of 6.12 trillion, 2 trillion for total recurrent non-debt, does not include debt servicing. 3.47 trillion as personnel costs for ministries, departments, and agencies. 3.26 trillion for capital expenditure, exclusive of transfers. 350 billion for special intervention recurrent, and 10 billion for special intervention capital. If you look at this structure, the amount that is going into personnel cost and overhead is humongous, if you will. And of course, the Senate is also calling on the Salaries and Wages Commission to review the salary structure of all ministries, departments, and agencies in order to come up with a new salary structure that will reflect the true financial position of the agencies. How feasible that will be, I wouldn't know. Now, the Vanguard newspaper is also reporting on the budget 2022. Experts frown as Senate passes medium-term expenditure framework. FSP approves 13.98 trillion for 2022 budget. PEX oil benchmark at $57. Now, let's look at other stories quickly. Now, the Guardian newspaper, foreign cargo airlines depart empty over extortion, multiple charges. Yes, foreign cargo airlines and local exporters are fast abandoning the multi-billion-dollar worth Nigeria agro export over stifling official bottlenecks at the airport. Now, if we read this story further, multiple charges on export goods is causing international cargo airlines to prefer flying out of Nigeria empty. Though export was supposed to be free, investigations by The Guardian showed that the anomaly began at the beginning of the year, with multiple government agencies now on revenue overdrive for both government purses and personal wallets. This story should worry a certain Olusegun Awolowo, who has been the boss of the Nigerian Export Promotion Council, has been doing a lot of work to promote Nigerian export. But government agencies, according to this report, are the ones now sabotaging Nigerians from exporting. What a way to sabotage yourself. I'm sure relevant government officials will look into these malpractices and ensure that Nigerians who want to export can do so. So much about non-oil export, which we crave for. Now, the Punch newspaper, Jega Utomi groups, others team up against APC, PDP on Veil Party October 1. PRP, ADC, LP to form nucleus of new mega party planned convention. 95 associations seek registration as political parties, more to emerge. Well, the Rescue Nigerian project, they will be launching as a party come October 1. But some of the signals coming out, not quite favorable. Because Professor Adeniran, touted as one of the key persons, has been reported as saying that he has since retired from politics. A couple of days ago, Donald Duke, former governor of Cross River State, who recently returned to the PDP, said, yes, I like your ideas, but I'm not there right now. So what is happening? Will this be another third force that eventually became no force, as we have seen in the past? Now, the Daily Independent newspaper, PDP leadership crisis, Secondus vows to fight on, refuses to withdraw court case. Ugwuanyi Committee on Zoning decides today. The New Telegraph newspaper, Governor Bello to Southerners. Rotational presidency not in APC's constitution. How Southern president can emerge by Northern elders. Power must return to the South. Afenifere, PDP, hope, anxiety as Ugwuanyi's committee meets on zoning. Now, the Daily Sun newspaper, laws against open grazing. Akeredolu hits El-Rufai hard. Calls Kaduna governor's statement against Southern governors devious. Yes, El-Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai, his statement that the Southern states promulgating anti-open grazing laws cannot infect that law. I don't know where he's getting that courage from. He is the chief executive of a state. If he cannot police his state and bandits are rampaging all over the place, well, the Southern governors are assuring him that they have the capacity, they are capable of enforcing laws they have made. Daily Trust newspaper, 2 years after Memorandum of Understanding, federal government $2.3 billion CMS power project flops. Project at design stage, phase 1 yet to begin. Official 2021 target of 7,000 megawatts, not feasible. Government creates company, shops for engineers. Now, thanks to Chimamanda Adichie, who asked Angela Merkel the question about Siemens. And the German chancellor had to scratch her head for answers. Well, she said she will find out the position of that. But this story is saying that that project seemed to be dead on arrival. I don't want to say that project died with Abakari, but if the content of this story is anything to go by, that project seemed to have flopped. So all the talk about improving power supply seem to be wishful thinking for now. Now, the foreign newspapers quickly. The Daily Telegraph newspaper. Johnson and Biden astonished at Macron. Yes, Prime Minister tells French President to get a grip over his reaction to Australia, UK-US pact, where Boris Johnson and President Biden privately expressed astonishment at France's heated reaction to the Aussie-UK-US pact. But why would they be astonished when, according to the man, you have stabbed him at the back? You should expect that when you stab a man, using stabbing from the words of Emmanuel Macron, my namesake, you should not expect him not to shout when you stab him. Now, the Times of UK, 1.5 million households face rise in energy bills. Prices unlikely to come down for the next 2 years. Yes, another 800 households face higher energy bills because 2 more energy companies collapsed in the last couple of days. Avro Energy Company that services 580,000 households, as well as the Green Energy Company that services 255,000, both collapsed. And those households are likely to pay more when they go to new suppliers, according to the story. Wall Street Journal, Federal Reserve prepares to pull back on stimulus. Yes, Jerome Powell. Yes, we seem to be running out of time.
Yes, we've run out of time, actually. Thank you very much.